Welcome everyone to another Thomas Wooden Railway discussion. This is the Deluxe King of the Railway set that was introduced back in 2013 in coordination with the release of King of the Railway. This was a really popular and anticipated set when it was announced, and the box does not disappoint. Let's put this playset together and see how it looks. Alright, so now that we've got this item out of the box, let's inspect this wooden railway rendition of Ulfstead Castle. My first impressions are that it looks really good. I see minimal plastic being used, and it's mostly just for decoration purposes. The castle itself is a neat little contraption that can be disassembled very easily and put back together almost as quickly. The side walls act as supports to the top piece, which in turn acts like a table, and there are grooves to keep it in place. The drawbridge is an awesome piece of Thomas Wooden Railway ingenuity. Even though the design isn't as accurate or elegant as to what appears in the TV series, I really do enjoy this wooden railway counterpart. And if you want to keep some troublesome engines out of the castle, the drawbridge can be raised and lowered with the touch of a finger. Below the front of the castle is a transfer table type device that allows an engine to choose between two tracks. The upper one goes to the drawbridge, and the lower one leads to the bottom part of the castle. There's also a signal box where Sir Robert Norrby makes an appearance in painted form. On the other side of the loop, there's an ascending section that literally takes you over Stephen's shed and around the bend next to the castle wall. Overall, there's a lot for Thomas, Millie, and this armored horse to see and do at this version of Ulfstead Castle. This set is without a doubt one of the most striking and eye-catching sets in Thomas Wooden Railway history, mainly due to Ulfstead Castle's immense size. This back area is actually 2 wooden railway levels off the ground, so trips down both directions of track will likely result in some thrills and spills along the way. While I really like the appearance of this set, there are still a few things that I'm not quite on board with. There's this strange drop-off area at the top of the castle, and I'm not quite sure why it's here. Obviously, it makes for a really good jump to go off of, but a loose end like this one is awkward and lazy in my opinion. On one hand, this opening makes it easier to add on to the set with more pieces of track, but on the other, as the set sits right now, it doesn't look complete. As someone who likes to see all the loose ends tied up, this opening is maddening. And while the castle looks great from this side, all of that marvelous detailing that I praised earlier vanishes on the backside. This set is clearly meant to be played with from all angles, considering there are 2 back portions of the layout, but the lack of simple decals or stickers on a huge area of the set really throws off the whole castle theme. And check out the signal box at the bottom of the hill. Notice how the stop sign doesn't fit correctly no matter how hard I try to move it. And this silhouette of the Earl of Sodor won't do. This is his castle, and he shouldn't be stuck in a signal box all day. Therefore, we desperately need a wooden railway figure of Sir Robert Norrby that can be placed high atop his castle walls. Unfortunately, these problems are just the tip of the iceberg for me. I understand that not every Thomas Wooden Railway set is going to be perfect and that the fair share of them are going to provide some complications. But when it comes to this set, however, I'm more frustrated at the box than anything else. Yes, this may seem like a strange area to get upset over, but the box is still part of the set nonetheless. Notice anything different on the front here? Doesn't Ulfstead Castle look busy and crowded, whereas on the actual layout there's hardly anything going on? That's because the box artwork looks nothing like the real set. And on the back, it only gets worse. Where are Stephen and James and Sir Topham Hatt coming from? Why are they included on the box artwork if they're not included in the set? Look at how many trees and other accessories are used to advertise this set that actually aren't included in the deal. Although there are tiny disclaimers on both sides of the box that say certain characters aren't included, this type of false advertising is unfair and repulsive. Essentially, what the box is telling us is that this set isn't cool enough or busy looking enough to advertise it in that dull manner. Instead, they have to add a bunch of different characters and accessories in order for this item to sell. Well, here's a groundbreaking idea. Why not just include all of these things in the actual set? Let's include Stephen and James in the deal and add Sir Topham Hatt, some trees, signs, and signals to this layout, and see how insanely awesome this set becomes just with these minor additions. Instead of having to deceive the buyer into believing there's more in the box than what actually comes in it, just add those exact things that are being advertised on the front. Then the problem's solved. The Thomas fan gets more of the little things that should be included in the first place, and someone over at Mattel doesn't have to go on a massive editing spree on the cover of the box. So, while I'm not frustrated with the lack of accessories in the original set, although they would be nice to have, I am frustrated at the way this set is being presented, because that's not actually everything you're going to get. This is definitely a case of buyer beware. But back to the actual set, I think it's a good buy, especially if you want to reenact some scenes from King of the Railway. Just don't look at the box artwork too long. Otherwise, it will drive you crazy just like it did to me. Anyway, thanks for putting up with my talking, and I hope you have a great day.